Hi everybody, welcome back to that LEGO channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys some of my old LEGO custom. Wow, that was such an underwhelming intro. I thought that was gonna be cooler. Got a whole lot of Marvel, so I'm just gonna get some stuff out of the way. Starting off with this Hawkeye here. Now, in the previous video, I had shown off this Hawkeye right here, right? But I mentioned that I didn't know where the head is. And the head is somewhere. I don't know where, but it exists. I found the head. It was on this Age of Ultron Hawkeye from, 2015. And I'm probably going to actually bricklink the proper hair and head for this guy because I do kind of want to have that figure complete once more, because the rest of the figure has absolutely no customizations. Sure, it had a lot of play because I got it when I was a kid, but that is very easily salvaged, thank goodness, and I can put the head back on this crappy LEGO Hawkeye. For the sake of it, next up, let's do this Scarlet Witch custom, which it's weird to talk about this one. Starting off with the hair, I took the hair that came with the Civil War Scarlet Witch and painted it in this tannish color to be more accurate, but then I gave it some like weird red, almost dry brushing type thing, and these like red highlights here, I guess supposed to be like a comic Wanda. This was before WandaVision came out. Then the head here is the Agent 13 or Sharon Carter head with the eyes painted red because the normal face print, I didn't like it very much, so switched it out. The torso, the torso is completely fine. Didn't make any customizations there, so I can actually salvage that, thank goodness. The cape piece looks fine, but I actually took some red Sharpie to it, which if you look at it closely gives it almost like a, you can't really see it on camera that well, but it gives it a nice sort of effect that I actually like and don't really regret too much because it looks kind of cool. And these dish pieces are the pink dish pieces that came in the Civil War airport battle set, except Sharpied red, and they look pretty good. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm dumb. At some point, I switched these out for actual just red dome, translucent red dome pieces and red studs. They used to be the pink pieces that came in the set, but Sharpied red, but these look way too good and way too consistent to be Sharpied. You can tell these are actual pieces, which is cool. I guess I can take these away from her now. On the Scarlet Witch side of things, here we have the Age of Ultron Scarlet Witch with the hands missing. Her original arm was actually broken, but I replaced it because I have tons of dark red arms, as you can see. And because her face was gone, I don't know what happened to it. I replaced her face with the Karai face from the 2012 Ninja Turtles theme. And that actually doesn't look too bad. That actually works pretty well for a Scarlet Witch, and I don't know, I think that'd be neat if you had like some sort of original LEGO series you were doing. That face print could actually work really well, so that's kind of cool. But like I said before, I'm glad that I have the rest of that figure intact, so I might bricklink the original face and complete the figure. This Black Widow is a very weird case. So starting off with the hair, that was supposed to be like her appearance in Infinity War, but there are a bunch of other coats of paint that you can like kind of see. It's really messy. I think this is like a darker yellow with a white yellow on top. I'm not quite sure. But the real star of the show here is the staff piece. This is two of the rod LEGO pieces, the translucent blue rod pieces that like came with her, but they're glued together and painted up. I mean, they look terrible, but for what it's worth, I actually don't mind this accessory. The issue is I tried to glue magnets to each end of the thing so they could like stick together, but it didn't work because I cut up like fridge magnets and like that obviously wasn't gonna work. So I just ended up gluing them together. But oh yeah, and I also put the, I think they're called like Widow Spite or Stinger or something stupid like that. I put those on there. And I was about to say this torso and legs were fine and I didn't have to replace them. But for some reason I sanded her legs and the side of her torso for some reason. Why? You'll see, I have a sanding fit. I feel I need to just sand everything I get, or I did at least. Interesting one here, we have Mantis. So I didn't do anything crazy to improve it, just added some little blue to the top of her ears for like the little antenna bits to represent the like thing she does, and I gave her blue studs in her hands. I really don't know why I did that. I'm taking these away. And I also painted her eyes black to be more accurate. I don't think the face that they use for her works in the slightest. She doesn't have like that defined cheekbones, it just doesn't work. But I did give her black eyes to make it more accurate, and a little bit of blue on her antenna things because why the heck not? And here is Falcon. This is a really interesting one. So you like get rid of the wings, and the customizations I made were pretty simple and way better. Like I gave him, oh, they really stuck. I gave him like brown arms to make him look more accurate to the movie instead of, I think he had gray arms or something. But I really like this Falcon torso print. Again, like I mentioned, the torso is salvageable, but the legs I painted up to look better detailed to the movie. The biggest issue here is that I painted the wings. That's going to be annoying to replace, but I completely painted them up, and I was going to repaint the red bits and everything for some reason. I don't know why. I wasn't okay with them, but yeah, that's really annoying. This guy's still fine. I think it's a red wing? Red? Something like that. I used to be a crazy big Marvel nerd, so yeah, I don't remember any of this stuff. Here we have Infinity War Cap. I honestly don't remember what happened to him. This is Lloyd's hair. I painted it brown. I think I was going to do like a beard on the face, but I tried to scrape it away last minute or something like that. The torso, you can see I kind of like attempted to remove the star, I think. Which sucks, because otherwise this torso would be perfectly fine and I could use that. But I also gave him 2 of his vibranium claw shield thingies. What I did with this was I took 2 of the like claw piece, like the one that came with Shredder. I cut them up, I sanded them up, and then I glued them together. And I split it down the middle, so you can actually see there's like, you can see there's like a slot in the handle, so it looks really bad. But at the same time, I kind of respect what I did with it, and I kind of like, that's like the only redeemable thing about this figure. Now, I'm almost certain that I put this guy in the last video. When I was looking through the footage to see what figures that were in the last one, I didn't see him, so I'm going to mention him anyway. This is the Civil War Black Panther, but for some reason I put silver all over the legs and arms, and oh my word. Thankfully though, there's only a little bit of silver on the torso, and I could probably salvage that pretty easily, and the rest is just, oh yeah, and there's none on the face or this thing, so I could very easily salvage that, because as a kid, I didn't like how boring the suit looked. But now I realize that that suit is actually really, really, really good looking, and it's one of the better Black Panthers that they made. Keeping on track with Black Panther, we have this one right here from Black Panther, the movie. As we know, the suit was based off concept art, therefore the energy effects were blue instead of the correct purple, and I took it upon myself to fix that error. Originally what I did was I used like a purple Sharpie, but then I later on went and fixed it with some purple paint, and that actually, in all honesty, doesn't look bad. I kind of got the paint on point with that one. I also put some like details on his legs, as you can see, and I don't even want to address those because thankfully it's just black legs, not like it's anything important, but still kind of annoying. This is Teen Groot. This was the keychain, but I did the thing where you can take the key out of the keychain. Wow, so my hand helps focus. Whatever. Anyway, but as you can see, I painted the entire thing tan because I was going to make a custom out of it, right? But then I realized I was dumb and I tried to scrape all of the paint off, and I did pretty well on the torso and the arms and one leg, and I gave up on the other leg. Yeah. The face is fine. I could salvage the face pretty easily. But now that they have an accurate color for Teen Groot, I don't see any reason why. I still kind of want to complete my minifigure collections, but I don't know, I've kind of fallen off of Lego, as you guys know, so I don't know. I really don't. Keeping on theme with Guardians of the Galaxy, we have Rocket Raccoon. This one is very interesting. This is from a Guardians 2 set. I think it's the one that has Taserface and that jet. I have the jet still. But here it is. I wasn't happy with the inaccurate gray color that they refused to fix, even though they already knew it was inaccurate, so I painted over all of the gray bits with brown. Instead of just getting brown arms, I painted the gray arms in brown. I painted, I don't know, I think these were blue originally. Wait, I can check. Yeah, these were blue legs originally, but I painted them another shade of blue for some reason, and then painted the feet. Along with that, I painted up his tail, and I also painted the piece where the tail goes into the body blue, so it matched well. And I also made him this custom gun. It's a mess. It's just the Lego like gun piece with purple Sharpie here, silver Sharpie there, and a sanded tip. and I didn't do anything with this one for some reason, but that's a doozy. Pretty simple custom job here. We have Doctor Strange. I added some gold to the Cloak of Levitation here. I added some gold on top of the Eye of Agamotto for some reason. Definitely scraping that off because I can save the torso. Didn't do anything to the face, but I did do some light sanding on his head. Like, I don't know why I like to sand these so much, or liked, past tense, I don't do this anymore. And then I like Sharpied part of his leg in like silver and then put blue over top of it. Yeah, no, that looks terrible. Oh, I hate my old self so much. They're also angry. Why are they all so angry? This one is very on theme. We have Spider-Gwen. This is, I think, the only actual complete and almost like semi-recent custom. It's not even remotely recent. I think this might even be from like before 2020. But this is... Wait. So what happened was, when I was on my way back from Legoland, when I went out one time, I had the set with like Venom and Gwen in it, and I still have it. I still have the Venom mech, I still have that Spider-Man, I still have that Venom. Anyway, I guess I had Gwen like in my hand on the car ride, and I must have been holding her by the hood. I fell asleep, I woke up, and I had the hood in my hand, but the rest of the figure was gone. I checked all over the car, couldn't find it. Keep in mind it was like a rental car, so if I didn't find it, it was gone forever. It most definitely was like underneath of the seat. There's like a little section of flooring. I actually lost an AirPod under one of those things once, and I found it under there, so I should have looked under there. The only other option is maybe I had my hand in a position where when it slipped out of the hood, it fell out of the window, so that Spider-Gwen minifigure is gone forever. So when I got home, I made my own, and this was the result here. Yeah. The face is all messed up. The torso is, that's one heck of a mess. The arms are, they are arms. Oh, that's something. The detail goes all the way around. I forgot. I used a Mixel eye for the head because it was white. All of the black here got scraped away, and the back of the figure is the only part that even looks semi-decent. I thought I actually got that down pretty well. And then for the legs, I did the like ballet slipper things, as you can see. And yeah, I also really want to finish that Miles custom that I showed off in the last custom video thingy that I did. Like, it looks really bad, but I could definitely just completely restart with this base and make something good happen. Last but not least, we have Invincible Iron Man. This one is such a weird case. This was the Invincible Iron Man figure from, I think, 2016, and this guy got a lot of play, even after being customized. I love the Invincible Iron Man figure so much. There's just something about it, and I really need to get a new one. I'll probably do that when I bricklink all the missing pieces from here. But let's start off with the head. So the focus. No focus. Focus. Starting off with the helmet here, I painted gold over the original helmet for some reason, and then blue where the eyes would be, then outlined it in black because of course I did, and then that just goes all the way around. Then here, I gave him like a headset for some reason, but I also painted it red, so that way when the helmet was on, you couldn't see the skin tone underneath, which I always kind of hated. That's the only like good thing about this custom, is that I did that. Like, that looks way better than if it was just tan. Moving on to the arms, you can see that I did some detail, like some silver with some gold on top. I actually like what I did here. I don't think this figure had arm printing, so I didn't ruin anything, but that's like the one aspect I really like. I know I said I liked the neck, but that's the other aspect I like. Put some silver on the back. I don't know what was there, probably silver printing. Same goes for around here. Repainted this thing, repainted all of this. Put some paint concealer on it for some reason. Painted a little bit of silver on the toes and the shins, and yeah, that's a big mess. Kind of ruined a figure that is most definitely currently rare, especially in the modern age of Iron Man figures, and a figure that I personally really want to have in pristine condition. So, bricklink, yay! I just punched my phone as I went to reach for Iron Man. Oh, why was he so stuck on the base plate? if this video gets 1 million likes, I will actually upgrade my setup like I should have done 5 billion years ago. This isn't a custom figure, but it was in the bag with the other stuff, and I found it. This is a custom Tesseract. It's just blue Sharpie on top of the clear Tesseract piece that came in the Captain America versus Red Skull Mighty Micro set. I think they're Mighty Micros that I got. Very random, very specific, but I don't know. It's a more accurate Tesseract, so I think we actually have a Tesseract piece nowadays. I'm not quite sure. You think that's a good thumbnail? I think that's a good thumbnail. That's a good place to end it off. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in joining my Discord server or following any of my socials, including the brand new That Lego TikTok, those links will of course be in the description. Keep on building my Goose Ham sandwiches, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Oh wow, none of them fell. That's cool.